natural. I told us.
All right. Tamari Jacob in the house.
Yay, I'm so happy to be here.
Tamari Jacob's One with a Pump. We're going to cook something really special for you today. Let's get started.
I can't wait. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Naomi Nachman, and this is Sunny Side Up. So Tamari, what are we making today?
Okay, so I am going to preface by letting you guys know that, like, you know those moms that make amazing dinners every single night?
Yeah.
Like Naomi? I am not one of them. I'm just going to, like, let you know that when I was asked to come to Kosherdotcom, I was like, do you know what I do? But then I remember that I have one recipe that I know how to make.
I'm sure there's more than one, but you can make one thing really good.
But I make it really well. So if you could do one thing well, then it's fine. And I was like, okay, I have one recipe. So we are making my famous spaghetti and meatballs today, and I cannot wait.
You should just know that of all the foods I've eaten from around the world, my favorite food is spaghetti and meatballs.
I literally love meatballs.
It's so
anywhere
comfy.
that I go, I want meatballs.
Right, it's comfort, it's yummy, it's delicious, it's good for the soul.
It's just good. Anywhere I go, my husband knows. He's like, there's bolognese on the menu. I know you're going to want it. We're like an Asian restaurant. There's bolognese. And I'm like, we need to try it. You never know. It could be good.
Right, you never know. So let's try your recipe.
Okay.
So let's get started.
This is a good one. Okay. We're not using any fancy terms over here, guys, but we're going to have a good time.
Okay, so what's first?
We need to first simmer the onions because every recipe, apparently, I wouldn't know, every recipe is good with some fried onions.
You know, a lot of my long-time viewers on Kosherdotcom know that I say everything starts off, and I say it in Yiddish like my grandmother.
Yeah.
Geprei gute Zwiebeln.
What she said.
It means fried onion.
Fried onions. Everything needs a fried onion.
So we're gonna
fry that baby up.
Okay. So we're going to start off with some canola oil, pretty neutral oil.
Whatever I have stocked next to me is what we use.
Okay.
We're going to say the recipe, and then I'm going to let you guys know what actually goes down in my house, just in case it happens in your house, and you want to just go with it.
So when we asked Tamari to do a recipe, she's like, I don't know amounts. So many of us cook like that.
Yeah.
So we actually figured this all out. Everyone in the studio audience is raising their hands. But really, we're able to figure it out. We'll have everything in the recipe on the website, but we're just going to, this is how Tamari does it, freestyle.
Yeah. Listen, life is better when you just do it freestyle, so I would just say go for it, and let's see what happens. No, it's going to be great, guys. It's going to be great. Get those onions in. I usually do one big onion. So get that in and just let it start to simmer around. Yeah, saute.
Saute is French. It means jump.
And then they say until it's, what is it, translucent? Is that what the cookers say? Chefs?
The cookers.
The cookers. The chefs, and the food bloggers, you guys say translucent.
Translucent, which means clear. Okay. We're starting to release some of the liquids into the dish, the onion liquids.
Yeah,
which is all that flavor to get it
this is going to take you at least like 5-6 minutes. So when I'm in a prepared mood, at this time I will go and make sure I have my ingredients, because a lot of times at this point I will realize that I'm missing one and then have to go to the store. So don't be like me. Get everything prepared. Mise en place over here.
Oh, look at you! Look at you! Go you!
I took a time management course, and now I know all about mise en place, which is getting everything prepared before you start.
See how we've laid it all out with measurements? That's the best way to cook. But if you're not going to cook like this, you can at least have the bottles or the jars laid out in front of you with your measuring spoon.
At least you know that it's in the house.
What's next?
Okay.
Sauteing?
Yeah, we're sauteing over here. We need to saute for like 2 more minutes over here, but while we're sauteing, we could start to make the meatballs.
So how did you get started?
Okay.
What is One with a Pump?
So, as I'm putting in all the goods, so One with a Pump, I help postpartum moms.
It's a little bit more eggs than what you would normally put in, right?
So I've been playing with this recipe for a lot of years, and I really find that when I put in more eggs, the meatballs are fluffier. So it's definitely more than your average egg. But you can do what you want with that, but I like it a little fluffier, so I do add in an extra egg to my recipe versus a classic meatball, I would say.
All right. So let's talk about One with a Pump, because I know I'm so sorry I interrupted you there. As I'm noticing all those eggs go in, I feel the questions coming.
Okay, I'll tell you in 1 second. Let me just tell you that I put in the garlic, and then as I'm putting in the breadcrumbs, I just want to let you guys know that I really like to do regular breadcrumbs, but my husband is gluten-free, so there are other options. Number one, you can just do gluten-free breadcrumbs, which like makes things very simple. But the other option is you can just mush everything around without the breadcrumbs and then kind of just like sprinkle it around your pot. If you are very lazy, don't even want to make it a meatball. But it just ends up being meat sauce. We call it in my mom's house, just a big meat sauce. I do prefer it with the breadcrumbs, so I'll just use the gluten-free breadcrumbs, and that's how you can change it up to be gluten-free if you want to, and then just use the gluten-free pasta for your husband if you need to.
Or anyone else in your family.
Or anyone who's gluten-free.
Okay, so let's...
Anyways, as I am mixing, so One with the Pump is a online lactation business, and I love to help postpartum moms on their journeys to feed their babies, however that may be. Whatever way that you want to feed your baby, I want to help you do that. And I also want to help you feed yourself, which is why we are doing a really easy postpartum recipe.
Because sometimes when a new baby is born, mum is busy with just the baby and it's hard to think about, say, other family members.
Yes.
So this is just a simple and easy, delicious recipe that you've come up with, tweaked, that you love, that you can share with your families, even if you're a new mum or you want to gift it to another new mum.
Simple being number one, the main word that you all just heard, simple, okay? And that's number one. Number two, we do meal trains in my neighborhood for like every single person that has a baby, which I absolutely love. And
it's so nice. Every
single time someone has a baby, I literally just open up the meal train, find a day and put in spaghetti and meatballs 100% of the time, because it's so easy to make in smaller batches. It's so easy to make bigger. A lot of times moms will have them left over, and this way they can just have it for multiple days. And I just like to drop off some either meatballs and spaghetti or meatballs and rice at their house, and this way they have what they need.
So we just go back to the eggs for a second? I was thinking like, wow, she used a lot of eggs, and I'm like, this is actually not... I thought it was going to be very liquidy.
It's not crazy, right? It's not crazy.
Like, wow, really pleasantly surprised.
Right? It's so fluffy.
You definitely broke the rules, but I think that's what you do, Tamari.
Thank you.
You break the rules. That's why you're so awesome.
I just like to be a little different. I don't know, if someone says that it's this way, we have to just challenge things a little bit, but it's a good thing.
I'm super impressed.
Yeah, but look how, I'm telling you, it's just a little fluffier. You're gonna see when they're done, they just come out fluffy when you have all those extra eggs.
I can't wait to try this. Seriously.
Same, you smell the onions.
Let's hurry up so we can eat.
I'm so excited. Let's get
to the eating part. So now what happens?
Now that this is done, I will usually take off my gloves and then I will start working on the sauce.
So Tamari, how did you get into this?
So it kind of happened by accident, which I feel like is how a lot of businesses start. I was a teacher for 3-year-olds while also having a 3-year-old at home, which is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's a lot. And I just started doing this on the side. It was during the pandemic, and I just was like, I had my daughter. She was born March 2020, and I was like, yeah, it was a little bit of a crazy time. And I was at home, and I was just really good at it. And all my friends had babies at the same time, and I was like, let me just put this on an Instagram just for my friends. And now we're doing a recipe at Kosherdotcom.
Yada yada yada. Here we are. 4 years later.
Everything just
amazing.
falls into place.
Amazing.
Thank God, everything.
I know my kids are big fans of your work.
I'm big fans of your kids.
Oh, thank you. As I said, we know each other a long time.
We know each other forever.
But you've really helped, like besides my kids, so many other young mums that wish you around when I was having babies.
Thank you.
To help, it's not so easy to feed newborn babies, which whatever direction you go in, and to have a support system by someone who's from mum really just takes the pressure off and just makes you feel more comfortable and opening up.
So I have a lot to say on that. Can you start getting the sauces in while
yes, ma'am.
While I tell you, because apparently I know what I'm doing in the kitchen now, so I can tell Naomi what to do.
I'm always happy to learn from people and be bossed around.
In this only. Okay, so start getting in the marinara sauce and the 2 tomato sauces, followed by the water.
Okay. Can I tell you what I like to do?
Yes,
please. I love tomatoes.
Tomatoes. I like tomatoes too. I call them tomatoes, but it's basically the same. I actually don't like tomatoes at all, but I love ketchup and tomato sauce. So it's basically the same. Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love tomatoes this much. I will even try.
Really? Wow, I'm not the same way, but it looks good. How is it?
I'm sorry.
Is this an Australian thing?
I just love it.
Eat it directly.
My tongue is tickling. My tongue is tickling. I'm so so good. Okay.
We can't all be like Naomi Nachman and eat marinara sauce on the spoon, but hopefully one day we can do our best.
Okay.
Okay.
So both? Just do one now? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Let's see how it looks.
Love the cartons.
I know, this is so cute. And in case you don't finish it, you can put it back.
And they stack better in their cupboards.
Oh, in the cupboards. I love everything you say. I love everything.
Oh, that was so Australian of
Yeah, it
me.
was
Cupboard.
so cute. I loved it.
Okay.
In the pantry.
In the pantry. Okay, what do I do? Mix
That's
this?
perfect. Yeah, now pour the water in. Yeah.
How much water? This
Um,
is 2 cups. It'll make it very watery.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, it's okay for it to be water. Just pour a little bit.
We'll do 1
Okay,
cup.
stop. Perfect. There isn't one right way to feed your baby as long as the baby is fed and the mom is happy. But should you want resources to be able to feed your baby, I am here to help you with that. And I'm happy that I can make for moms feel comfortable because it's really difficult. It's really hard. And all moms feel comfortable, but also for moms because it's definitely something that can be hard to navigate in this space.
Thank you for
So-
doing what you're doing. You're really
Thank you.
you do the Jewish
you.
women a good service.
Thank
and
you.
we-
It's that-
the whole family, because happy mom, happy life.
Yes.
Happy wife,
Yes.
happy life.
Yes. People ask me, they're like, how did you even think of this? I'm like, things happen. So get the brown sugar in, but here's what I want you guys to know. We have brown sugar, we have honey.
Ooh, two
I am a sweet meat kind of girl. That is just who I am. So we gave the amount in the recipe, but it is really what you like. If you don't really like sweet meat, you can do less. You can just do one of these. If you're like me, I probably would do a little bit more in my own house, but do whatever works for you.
I always say it's finding your inner chef. So
Right.
you go with your family's favorite flavor profile. That
Yes.
was really hard to get
Say
out.
that 5 times.
No, I don't think I can even repeat that.
So yeah, I
Family's
definitely
favorite.
do the whole thing of the brown sugar.
So
because
all
it's
the brown
just-
sugar?
It's just it's so good.
And it's not a crazy amount.
It's a cup. I mean, listen, I don't think that's so crazy, but listen.
Is this how you would have it with the honey as well?
So with the honey at home, I just take the bottle and turn it over. And I'm just like, as long as I can get the honey out, we'll get it for. Oh, but something to think about, you guys, is that if you're making this for a family where they have a baby under 1, do not use honey because
Babies under 1 cannot have honey.
So I make this a lot for meal trains for moms, and if they have an under 1-year-old, like meatballs is a great food for babies under 1 to eat, but not if there's honey in it. So I'm very aware. I really just do honey in my own house, not on a meal train if they have babies under 1. So keep that in mind.
Babies under 1.
Babies under 1 can't eat honey.
They can't eat honey, but
They can't eat meatballs.
But they can eat meatballs
Totally.
if they're like 9, 10, 11 months old.
7, 8, 9, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a baby-led wiener or not, whatever you're doing, but babies can definitely eat. I don't know, my kids were eating meatballs when they were like, their first food was a meatball.
I love it. I love it.
So now it's boiling around the sides. So now we can get new gloves back on to start rolling the buzz.
All right, let's get ready for the meatballs.
Okay.
Time to mix the meatballs.
All right, guys, it's ballin' time. Are we ready for action?
Okay.
Okay. Choose your size. Okay, if you like
Yeah,
small meatballs.
Yeah.
make
Is there
them
a
small.
rule of thumb that you do?
I start making them like whatever average size is, and then as it goes on, they get bigger because I need to finish already, and I'm
Yeah.
like just ready, done.
Time.
And then when there's nothing left, then they start getting smaller. So basically, they all look completely different in my house. But I feel like Naomi says, "Look at that perfect meatball."
You know how many I've made
Oh my
in my
God.
day. You should know when
Can we get a close up of that?
There you go.
Wow.
Close up on my meatball here.
Oh my
You know, when I did
God.
my Pesach catering business, the most
gorgeous.
requested item was meatballs because nobody wants to roll
Wow.
meatballs. We would roll meatballs for days.
Wow, check. Okay, wait, I'm watching Naomi. I will also tell you that I actually make meatballs and spaghetti very often for Friday nights. It's my
Why not? Make what you
very often.
like.
When I was growing up, my mom would always make spaghetti and meatballs for Friday night. All my friends knew, and I kind of just adapted it. My husband definitely was. My mother-in-law is a very
Traditional.
She loves your cookbook.
Oh,
She's probably made
I love
everything
your-
from there.
I love your mother-in-law. I know her longer than I know you.
She cooks, and my husband was more used to that. So now he's the one in the family that cooks, actually, because he decided that he really wanted to eat. So now he cooks, and I told him
Eating is good.
I told him I'll cook, but we are making spaghetti and meatballs, and he doesn't. He's like, whatever, whatever.
Oh, good.
He doesn't argue with me.
Okay, last one.
Okay, get that last meatball in. Then you're going to cover the pot, put it on low, and leave it on simmer. Is that what it's called? Simmer?
Simmer.
For like 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay, I
And
say
then it's
simmer.
done. Simmer.
But it's really simmer.
Simmer.
It's really simmer.
For 45 minutes to an hour. and then you're ready to go. At the same time, you could be making your pasta on the back burner.
Are you ready to eat?
Let's do it. Check it out.
Check it out.
Open it up. Let's go.
Okay, so
It smells so good.
We have a big box of this brown rice pasta cooked up over here. Here's a fork for you, a fork for me, and we're just going to have one big fun
We're
bowl.
going to share because that's how close
Sharing
we are.
is caring.
Yes, that's how close we are.
Okay, just
get over. Yeah, have extra sauce. I'm a sauce girl.
Me
obviously.
also. It's got to have a lot of
Those
sauce.
dry people. No, I don't know. This
Yeah, no.
extra sauce over here.
We want to drown it in the sauce.
Just drown it completely in the sauce.
Can I just do this? Would that be like horrible if I just did this?
Do it. Watch your outfit.
Real life. This is
Perfect.
real life.
It's perfect.
Here we go.
Every single noodle needs to be
Covered in sauce.
Otherwise, it
You
didn't
can
happen.
garnish it with some fresh parsley if you
Sure.
like.
From your garden.
Literally from my garden.
I know. I was making fun of you, but then I realized it's probably true.
Okay, Tamari, we're just doing this freestyle as friends. Okay, see, look how you eat the pasta.
Wait.
Stick it
Are
in.
we doing the pasta? I'm going to try
Yeah,
the
how do you
meatball.
do it?
I'm
How
gonna
do
do the
you
meatball.
meatball?
First, I got to try the meatball. I got to make sure that it was up to my standards. So,
Okay.
can we do a cheers over here?
Okay, let's try the meatball
Ready?
first.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my God, that's
Yum.
great. Now,
I told you about the eggs. It's so good.
I'm like completely blown away.
I've changed her life, guys.
You've changed me. I might have to edit my book now.
That's it. She's editing the cookbook to add an egg, guys.
Okay, so now we're going to do the pasta. This is the Heaven and
Okay.
Earth brown rice pasta,
I'm excited to try
gluten-free.
Oh, this is a good one. Am I dirty, guys? Hold on. This is a good pasta. Okay, I've tried some really bad ones, and this one is very good. Can I take that home for my husband?
Sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sure.
This
No
will be working
worries.
out with that one.
Thank you so much for doing this
This one
with
is
us.
good. Thank you.
This is amazing.
Thank you so much. I'll be taking this one. It was so nice to hang out with you guys. I really appreciate
And
you.
for recipes and more like this, go to
Kosherdotcom.